Hey there, y'all, and welcome to today's Daily Down and Dirty. My name is Fairlight. Welcome to Airy Fairy Tarot. All right, y'all, so the message for today is Can't Find My Way Home. It's one of my favorite songs to sing. I'm all scratchy today, but I need to come and do a video, you know. I almost called this reading Coming Out of the Dark. So we'll get started. Like every fucking card that came out is reversed, except the very last one. But so kind of overlighting this, we've got the father energy. In more traditional decks, this would be the emperor, but this, I love this deck. It really personifies different attributes of the masculine and the feminine, as well as all these different takes on things. So we've got this father energy reversed, and then beneath that, we've got all these cards and all of them reversed. So I kind of want to take them one by one. This is where I'm calling it home, because upright, this card, it is the Six of Water, but it's so much a card of coming home to yourself, coming back to your emotions, being embraced. It's like giving yourself a big hug. And with this reversal, it's like denying that homecoming. It almost feels like you might have traversed some landscapes, some situations or something recently where you're at a threshold where you really could come home to yourself, but there's some sort of belief system that's blocking that. You won't accept your own truth. And so I feel like maybe in this reading we can uncover that and remove that block if possible. That would be ideal, because next to that you've got the Ace of Air reversed. And you know, aces are opportunities. It's a number one, sometimes called the hand of God. All of the aces in this deck are dragons. I love that. And so air energy, it's communication. It's the words we speak, the thoughts we think, the beliefs we operate our lives on, the messages we give, the messages we receive, and ultimately it's our truth. And I don't know if you've ever listened to Esther Hicks, who channels Abraham, talk about a belief is just a thought you keep thinking. And I love it because they'll say it over and over again. A belief is just a thought you keep thinking. A belief is just a thought you keep thinking. A belief is just a thought you keep thinking. You're starting to believe that, aren't you? And so it stands to reason, if you think a different thought long enough, you can change your beliefs. And so it really feels like you're afraid of your truth. You're afraid to come home to yourself. But then next to these is this, what I would call the World card, and that's reversed. And so it's like you're afraid to let a cycle end, even though you're like plunged in darkness and you're like scrambling to connect with your own creativity. So what is going on? Well, and then above it all is this father energy reversed. And so, you know, this could represent patriarchy. This could represent you yourself having a dominating father figure, or just throughout your life, you know. But you need to get out from under the shadow of this energy. And so, you know, looking at the father energy upright, since he is like the emperor in traditional tarot, he embodies all of the qualities of the kings. And I stumbled over that like last week. But, you know, as far as abundance, as far as generosity goes, as far as nurturing, passionate, active, motivated, a visionary, intuitive, a great communicator, committed to truth, and you know, safe with your emotions and well balanced. And when it's reversed, it's like none of those things. It's all about repressing our authentic expressions, all about repressing our empowered selves, because we're under the thumb of this, what often feels like a superficial, you know, and always I want to ask people, when we get caught up in these constructs of reality, which all reality is a construct of the mind. And so we get into these man-made constructs that, you know, we've been trapped in, our parents were trapped in, their parents were trapped in, we've been trapped in, especially with like patriarchal religions, but also politics, even kingdoms and all of that stuff, but they're all put in place by violent, greedy men who want to hoard all the resources. And so again, those aren't really virtuous attributes. They're just kind of scary, and they want everybody to fear and obey. And while there are shows glorifying it and all that stuff, we really don't want to live under that tyranny. And so isn't it interesting how, and I'm hearing the word subterfuge, I don't know that that's an applicable word, but it comes through. So but really it's more like all of these belief systems have been internalized in such a way that we don't even need to be afraid of being stabbed or shot or imprisoned. Sometimes we can be afraid of being imprisoned just to be authentic to ourselves. And so here it's like there is a much deeper truth calling you forward to where you can walk through the door to coming home to yourself, but you need to end old cycles. And what is this old cycle about? It's about you being in the dark about what you're passionate about. You being in the dark and feeling kind of lost. Probably you've had a lot of people in your life saying, well, you know what I think you should do? Well, you know what I think you should do? And we have been so dogmatized, programmed into people pleasing and acquiescing to what more dominating people tell us to do, that it's hard to really get a grasp for what we want for ourselves. Are you an artist? Are you a musician? Are you a writer? Maybe you're passionate about the stars. Maybe you're passionate about trees. Maybe you're passionate about gardening, and anything. The world is wide open. Those are more organic things, but you could be passionate about AI art, whatever the fuck. The thing is, it's like you're afraid to come out of the dark and to embrace this. And look how colorful this card is. And I love that it's like a twinning energy. There's something about having the courage to see yourself mirrored to you in others that maybe you look up to, or maybe others that inspire you. And maybe you see others who carry themselves in a way that they really embrace freedom. They really embrace authenticity. They really embrace expression and sovereignty. And it's like you're feeling like that's just not for you, that you aren't allowed to. But are you a slave? Are you in servitude? Are you an indentured servant? Probably not. Yet we get in these belief systems that we act like we are. We act like we're lesser beings. But why? Because we've all been mind fucked. And I say all, I think we've all kind of been mind fucked. You might see yourself in this energy and not even recognize that there's a deeper part of yourself, like your inner child, that's just feeling so lost and that's feeling stuck, that's really wanting to emerge. And so really this reading is about an emergence that is wanting to take place for you. It's just now I want to turn all these cards right side up. The willingness to end old cycles, to recognize what no longer is true for you, to recognize what you would choose for yourself if you held the courage, if you embraced the courage to move forward in what is most authentic for you. Well, hello there, puppy. I love where I work. But don't be afraid to end out these cycles, because again, when you close out old cycles and you travel on a new road that is open for you, that maybe it's the unknown, but you're moving towards your truth. You're moving towards an opportunity to be illuminated, to live and speak and live your life according to what feels like your soul's purpose, or whatever it is, whatever feels meaningful for you, whatever is fulfilling. And then you come back home to yourself. So I want to turn this father energy up, and it's like, what would you choose for yourself? I recently was reading one of my favorite books. It's Pleiadian. It was by Barbara Marciniak. Earth, Keys to the Pleiadian Living Library, or Keys to the Living Library. I don't know, Pleiadian Keys to the Living Library. Fuck. Anyway, and it was talking about the goddess, and how the goddess never left. And even with the fallacies of the patriarchy and the subjugation of the feminine, the goddess underlies everything, and whatever your belief systems are. But what I really loved about it was talking about the parenting style of the goddess. And the question is asked, is love controlling or is love allowing? And so maybe that's a question to ask yourself. And so then we end with this card underneath the Father, and this is the wild feminine. Sacred, divine, wild feminine. So set yourself free. Come home to yourself, live your truth, and be free, baby. And I can't find my way home. All right, my name is Fairlight. If you would like a reading from me and you happen to be in the downtown Asheville area, come on into Instant Karma. It's a one-stop hippie shop. I'm here whatever days we're open since the hurricane. Right now it's usually Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but this week we're open Wednesday and Thursday, so you can check it out. Also, I'll put a link below, or I'll put a link somewhere wherever you're watching this on social media, and you can hit me up on Calendly and book a reading if you'd like. I do palm, tarot, and astrology readings. So that's all I have for today. Peace and love until next time.